This game, I have no idea how to break it down. Basically, it comes down to Joe Burrow and Derrick Henry. If the Cincinnati Bengals can stop Derrick Henry, they'll win the game. But that's way easier said than done. Now, I don't know if Derrick Henry has officially been, designated to return or if he's going to play the game. I know he's practicing right now, which would lead me to believe he's going to play. And they're going to, designate him to return probably closer to game time. And with the way Cam Akers looked against the Cardinals, leads me to believe Derrick Henry's not going to miss a step. And on top of that, the Bengals are out Larry Ogunjobi, a great free agent acquisition they made this past offseason. He's hurt. He's going to be out. Trey Hendrickson has been practicing though, which is good. They're another stud free agent acquisition, pass rusher for them. Man, honestly, this is a coin flip. Before, I made my playoff predictions before the playoffs started, and I had the Titans winning because I thought Derrick Henry was going to be back and he's going to run roughshod over that Bengals defense and lead into victory. But the more I think about it, man, it's like the way Joe Burrow has been playing the last 8 weeks or so, man, it's hard for me to bet against Joe Shiesty. It's hard for me to bet against Joey Franchise. It's hard for me to bet against Joe Burrow and this Bengals offense with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Joe Mixon and Tyler Boyd. It is hard for me to bet against this team, man. Jamar had another 100-yard game against the Raiders. CJ Uzomah is another guy we got to talk about who had 60 yards and a touchdown in his own right. Tyler Boyd had a touchdown. T. Higgins didn't really do much in this game. But, man, this game is hard to decide. And it's funny because I picked the Titans to win before the playoffs started. But I put some money on the Bengals to win the game yesterday. I honestly don't know what's going to happen in this one, man. The Titans haven't looked great the last couple weeks. We can look at their schedule, actually. Divisional games are always weird, so I'll give them a pass on the Texans. The Texans fought hard, but they did crush the Dolphins fair play. It was close against the Niners. They lost to Pittsburgh. The Jaguars, we ain't got to talk about the Jags. They got crushed by New England. They lost to the Texans. Barely beat a Trevor Siemian-led Saints team. Although they did handle the Rams. And it was a close game in overtime against the Colts. I really don't know. And again, all those games, they didn't have Derrick Henry. That's the key here. Can the Bengals defense stop Derrick Henry? Because I know the Titans defense, I know their secondary is not great, but I know the pass rush is. The pass rush is very good, and the Bengals still have one of the worst offensive lines in the league. Joe Burrow is still the most hit quarterback in the league. So they're going to get him. They're going to sack him. They're going to get him off the field. A couple drives at least. So it comes down to, can the Bengals stop Derrick Henry? That's the key here. I don't know, man. This game is so hard to predict, and I can't wait to watch it because this is really the only game where I don't know who's going to win. I don't have an educated guess on who's going to win this game. Where the other 3 games, I can pick a team and give you a reason why. But this game, it's a toss-up. You throw their names in a hat, mix it up, pick out a team. Yeah, that team could win. Fair play. I really have no clue who's going to win this game, man. I'll be rooting for the Bengals, even though I am a Browns fan, because I love Joe Burrow. Burrow's amazing. He's a stud. I love Joe Burrow. But oh man, it's but Derrick Henry, AJ Brown, Julio Jones, Mike Vrabel. He's the coach of the year, man. Mike Vrabel's gonna have that defense ready to play. Mike Vrabel's gonna have that roster ready to play, that team ready to play. This is hard, man. I don't I don't know who to pick. I'm I don't know who to pick. Yeah, I don't know who to pick. This game comes down to Joe Burrow and Derrick Henry. I don't know what's gonna happen. I picked the Titans rather before the playoffs. I bet on the Bengals last night. I put some money on them. I don't know who's gonna win this game. Watch it because it's going to be amazing. Um, I'm rooting for the Bengals though, and they made it close. It was close against the Raiders, somewhat. It always felt like the Raiders weren't gonna come back though. The defense made a good play at the end from the Bengals, but it was also a bad play by the Raiders. Um, it just felt like the Raiders were kind of outmatched in this game. I had picked the Bengals to win. I thought they would win pretty. I did think they weren't gonna make it closer. I thought the Raiders could make it closer, but either way, I did pick the Bengals to win this game. Um, at the end of the day, even though Max Crosby's a stud, the Raiders' defensive line is good. Their secondary is just weak, and with those receivers, if your secondary is struggling, you're not gonna win. And maybe I just convinced myself that I'm gonna pick the Bengals to win against the Titans, and I'm just changing my pick because the Titans secondary is not their strength. Their strength is the front seven. And again, maybe they could get to Joe Burrow enough to force some turnovers, force him to make some mistakes. But the consistency that Joe Burrow has been playing with the last few weeks, I'm gonna go with him. I'm gonna side with Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, C.J. Uzama, Joe Mixon, those boys. I think the Bengals are gonna win this game, man. I'm going with the Bengals. I'm going with the Bengals. I'm going with the Bengals. Going with the Bengals, man. That's the video, guys. Make sure you like it, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Those links, of course, the description below. Make sure you like the video. Please like the video. Appreciate the love, appreciate the support. See you on the next one.